Bet, let's see. Sweet YouTube. Let's make sure it's working though. Let's go to website. Yo, just what's up, guys? So I'm going to be making a CSGO Max. So I've actually already been working on it for a long time. I just didn't think that I should record it. So I finally decided that, you know what? Why not? Why not at least record some of it? So that's what I'm doing right now. And I hope you guys enjoy it, you know? That's all I can do right now. Alright, I'm gonna turn off the music for you guys, and I'm gonna be on the server, so yeah, here we go. Alright, so first thing when you're making a CSGO server, just in case you guys want to know this, is you're gonna go into your Steam library on home, click right here and click on tools, and this tool right here is called Counter-Strike Global Offensive -SDK. So this is like basically like one of the main things you're gonna need for making a CSGO map. And I'm using it right now. So this is what it's gonna look like. Well, this is my map so far. So like obviously I've done some work to it. So your map's not gonna look like this. So let me just save this real quick. Again. Alright. Just gotta wait for this to finish. Usually this takes a while to finish, so I just gotta sit back and just watch it. But the bigger the map, the longer it takes, the more stuff that you have on the map, like lights and sound effects, etc., etc. The longer it'll take to load this. So anyways, it's gonna be like that for a minute, so we'll just go back over here. Let's go over here. Yo, what's up? Warrior Sam here. What is up with those auto clickers? I know, right, dude? Alright, so if you guys wanted to know, earlier I got a message from a friend and he sent me a screenshot, so check it out. So this screenshot, I guess I'll open original so you guys can see. So this screenshot, if you zoom into this, there's barometric right there in a party with Fast Arrow Z doing Planar Arena with an auto clicker open. So I was like, holy crap, because I got sent this from a friend and he was like, lameo, because people accused him of auto clicking and he was like, are you kidding me? And the forum is still up for that, but when someone like I guess exposed apparently Raw and someone else and these guys for auto clicking, it was a crazy scenario. But anyways, so let's get back to the video. That was just auto clicking for a game called Arcane Legends. It's a different game than CSGO, but just wanted to help explain that for him. So I guess I'll play this song. Alright, so I gotta wait for this to finish before I can like basically show you guys making a new map. But before I do all of that, I'm just going to basically okay. I'm gonna basically show you what it looks like in game, so let's check it out. Alright, so I gotta make sure the full screen is, working with the recording software. Should be, but I haven't checked it yet. Let me fix the chat. Sorry about that. That looks kind of odd. There you go. Hopefully that's better. I don't know. That still kind of looks a little odd. Yeah, whatever. I don't want to make it too hard to see for you guys. That's the only thing. Alright, sweet, it works. Okay. So alright, so we're gonna be loading into my map that I already made. So again, sorry about the sound might be a loud. For me, it's like blasting my eardrums right now. Anyways, so.
We are Oscar Mike.
So this is the map I made already. I'm gonna basically be showing you guys how to make a map real quick. It's just a quick tutorial. It's pretty easy and quick, but I spent a lot of time on making my map. So I set up a bunch of settings for like, basically like if you walk onto this side right here, the banana side, you will have a specific song play, so check it out. You remember the Mr. Incredibles remix song that I just played? This is the song. So literally, I'm not playing this on YouTube or anything. This is in the game. So this is my map that I made, and I set the sound barrier piece on the other side of the bridge. So the closer you get to it, the louder it gets until you get to where Anyway, but it just restarted because the entry point's at the bridge. I'm gonna move it further out, but I could explain that further. But basically, there's a barrier right here that starts the song, and there's a barrier on the other side of the bridge that, like, so if you go into the barrier, it's invisible, by the way. If you go into it, then it auto plays the next, like it auto plays the song. So in case you want to play it again. And there's two other songs too. So obviously, like I didn't set up like a huge amount of stuff so far, but like I've done a lot of work. And I'm like new to doing like CSGO map making. I did map making for Adventure Quest Worlds and other games as well, but this is my first time doing it for CSGO. So as you're about to hear the next song. Farther you move away from it, the farther it gets to a certain point. So I've done all of this literally with just this software right here. That's you have to have Prime status on your CSGO to have the software unlocked. Unfortunately for you guys, I guess. No clip. Alright, so third song right here. This is a song that was suggested to me by a friend. It's kind of an odd song.
Nigga, as long as I say no homo, it's not gay, right?
Absolutely right, sir. Anime bitches, I look at her titties, then I take her home and we count up these 50s. I come to your city, I sneak in your chimney, I tickle her kidney, and then I watch Disney. I love me some hentai, I go on X videos. Bitch, I'm D-Bang, stick my dick in your Cheerios. Bitch, I'm D-Bangs, I might fuck my computer.
So it's like, it's the little details that matter with map creating. So if you see this right here, you see this door, right? Bro, check it out. You can go inside of it. So that took me a good like 45 minutes to figure out because there was no tutorials for me that I looked up on YouTube. I couldn't find any tutorials for how to do this, but I finally figured it out. So I wanted to make this live stream, show you guys how to make your own server. So anyways, also this water texture, mine's bugged out because I used the wrong texture. So like, as you can see right over here, it looks like just an empty space, but you can change water. You have to change the water textures for it to look right. But anyways, I set up like a little area over here. So like just an area right here, so like you can swim out, and then there's gonna be a new area right here. But anyways, so yeah, like I've done quite a bit of work on this map, but I think it should be finished compiling. Okay, yeah, it's good. It finished compiling. So now I can go and show you guys how you can make your own map, which is basically like this. Also, one downside of if you want this to be a server itself, then you have to set up a dedicated server, which there are many tutorials on YouTube if you go search them up. You have to set up a dedicated server first, and then you have to link the map to the workshop. So you have to basically upload this map that you created onto the Steam Workshop, and then once it's on the Steam Workshop, then you can upload it to your server,
Let's
And
go earn our pay.
that's pretty much it. So let's get into it. Alright, so let's see. I don't know what song I should play. Let's go to my history real quick. We'll find a good song in here somewhere. Yeah, and there's a bunch of tutorials, so if you guys need any tutorials on like what to do for this tool, the hammer tool, there's hundreds and hundreds of, or at least a decent amount of tutorials on most things that you will need. But anyways. Alright. I'm gonna just let the Halo theme song play real quick, the remix. Alright, so let's get into this. So, first thing you're gonna do is get this, download this hammer application on the Steam. It's free if you have the full version of CSGO, so if you have the Prime version. Otherwise, you're gonna have to pay 15 bucks, unfortunately. So, basically, this is what it's gonna look like for you. There's gonna be nothing here. As you can see, there's literally like just tools, you know, all this stuff. So step one is making the layout. So on this right side here, these are the textures. So let's search cobble. So cobblestone, right? So look at all, these are the textures for cobble that you can use. So I'm gonna use the one that I used on my map. So after you select the texture that you want to be the layout, then you click over here on this block tool right here, this one, and you're gonna click and drag to make a square, basically like that. Alright, now you're gonna go to this box over here and make it as tall as you want it, and if you see the top left corner, if you press Z when your cursor is on it, it'll show you what the box is basically gonna look like. So now I'm gonna press enter, and now going to click on the selection tool and click on it, make sure it's selected, go to tools, and we're going to click make hollow. Now we're going to do -32, so check it out. Now you're inside of the map already, so this is literally the outside border of the map. If you want it to look nice and, you know, if you want it to look cool, then I suggest making a big giant square like we just did. And making a smaller one inside of it. So we're gonna make one about this size, and we don't want it to be too big. So we're gonna just basically, you can make it as tall or as short as you want to. So I'm gonna do this, and then I'm going to select it with the selection tool and make hollow, -32, bam. So now there's a square inside of a square. So now what we're going to want to do is, if you want to select one side instead of the whole block, you have to click tools and click ungroup, and then click out of the area. Now you have each different wall that you can click on. So if you want the top to be the sky, so if you want to be able to see the sky from the top of the map, you're going to click browse right here, and you're going to search up sky. Now in the sky part, you can do any of these, but I suggest doing Skybox. This is what I actually recommend you do, because if you click on it, you got to double click it, and then so when you're replacing the textures on blocks, you have to make sure the block is selected, or the at least the side is selected that you want to change the texture on. Choose the texture you want to replace it with, and then click on this square right here, which is apply current texture. So click it, and now it's going to look like this. So in game, this is actually going to look like the sky. So anyways, let's get more into this. So far we already have the basic layout right here. It's just a square. We have the sky above us. So if you want this to work right now, if you want it to just straight up work, what you're going to have to do is click on this entity tool, and you're going to place one entity here or wherever you want, and another entity in another location that you want. Then you're going to select one of the two entities, and you're going to click on the class. See where it says info_player_terrorist. You're going to click here. You're going to scroll up to counter terrorist and click apply. So this is basically making a terrorist spawn and a counter terrorist spawn. So now you can also check at any time for problems. So Alt P checks for problems. There's no player start. So basically what we're going to do is click on the entity tool again, and it does not matter where you put it. You can literally put it on any section of the map. And so now we placed it, and we're going to double click onto it. And now we're going to type info player start, apply, and exit out of it now. So now it's going to basically look like this. Also, if you don't know how to move when you're in this mode, you can click Z or you can not click C, it doesn't matter. But if you want to just move stuff around easier while staying in the same place, then press C. But if it doesn't matter, you can use your WASD to move your character, floating character, and your up, down, left, right arrow keys to choose where you want to look. So now that we have a player start and we have two characters over here, that's literally it. So you already have your map. So I can show you guys it right now. So let's check it out. So first, what you're going to do is click File, then you're going to click Save As, and I'm going to put Testing Tutorial and save. Okay, now it's saved. So before we go and export it, we're going to check for problems again. No errors were found. Good. So now we're going to click F9, and F9 basically runs the map. So you're going to have to do this if you want the changes to be made on the server, or the map. So it's going to look like this normally with no, I don't think it's going to have any additional game parameters, but this is what I set as my game parameters. I click no for run VSI because for my map that I showed you guys earlier, if I leave it on normal, then it doesn't work for me. I think I messed up somewhere, but I'll fix it later. Anyway, so I always just click no for run VSI. It doesn't really matter. I'm sure there's a big difference in choosing these two, but I just always put no because it doesn't affect me anyway. So now I click OK, and it does this. It runs the command prompt, and boom. Once the command prompt finishes, now you can go into your game and click on the developer console. So if you don't have that enabled, you're gonna have to go to your settings and find the setting that basically allows you to have the developer's console, basically. So enable developer console, yes. So you're gonna click game, and at the bottom enable developer console. So now you can press that and then type in map space the name of the map. So testing tutorial. Bam. Now it's gonna load the game. It's gonna load the map that you just made. So or that I just made. So check it out. And it might take a little bit of time to do it at the beginning. I know. Sorry, but that's how it is. But we're gonna see what the map looks like. So I showed you changing the top part of the map to Skybox. It's lagging for me because yeah, it has to restart the map real quick. So like sometimes it loads you in faster than the map loads in, so it just redoes that and then bam. So as you can see, you're in the map, you spawned in around the middle. So this is where I put the two character spawns, and again, it doesn't matter where you put the player spawn, the player info spawn, but it just matters where you put the counter terrorist and the terrorist spawns. So anyways, so basically that's literally like that's literally it for the basics, like the major basics. So as you can see above you, the sun is over there, and it, you know, the sky, you can see the sky pretty easily. So, and this is the map. So that's literally all you have to do for like the basic part. So we're gonna add on to it. So check it out. Let me check if anyone said anything. Encryption says the Pix is legit. Dang, dude, that's crazy. Alright, well, check it out. So we're gonna add some stuff to this. So for instance, if you want to add vehicles, if you want to add literally any object that is in the game to this map, you're going to click on the prop entity tool, You're gonna click on the entity tool, sorry. You're gonna click for class, type in prop, and you can use prop_dynamic, prop_physics, and prop_static. Those are the three main ones that you're gonna be using. I always tend to use prop dynamic, or for instance prop dynamic glow, but for this case I'll first show you prop dynamic. So once you click on the prop selection, so dynamic, you're gonna go down to world model. Don't touch the other settings, you don't need to yet. Then click browse, and now it's going to show every single item in the game. So we're going to scroll up and we're going to search up. So let's say I want to spawn in a hat. Check it out. I searched up hat, and look, there's all these hats I can choose from. So we're going to actually spawn in a car. For some reason it showed a car up for searching for hat. It's a hatchback car, okay. So we're gonna actually spawn that in. So we click OK. Well, first, this is the main thing. So with the dynamic, static, and physics, if an item is check marked on this section right here, the end section, that means that it works with that prop setting. But if it's, let's say I selected prop physics and I tried to spawn in this, it will not show up in the game, but it'll show up on the editor. So what you're gonna have to do is change it from physics to one of these two that are check marked, and that's it. So since we have dynamic check marked, then it's good. So now we click OK, and then we click apply, and bam, the car is there. So now we click X and we can move it wherever we want. So the top piece right here, this top right corner, we can move it left, right, you know, forward, backwards. This bottom left corner piece, we can move it up and down to the left and right. And then this piece, we can just, you know, we can also do that, but it's just a different point of view. So anyways, alright, so let's see, let's add a bunch of stuff and then we're gonna see how it looks. So just give me a minute and I'm just gonna add a bunch of stuff. Actually, let me also change that. So with the dynamic and the dynamic glow, basically dynamic glow allows the item itself to glow. So like literally have a glow. When you go up to it, it has a glow around it. So we want the car, let's say we want the car to be red. We click red, we click OK. And then down here we click the glow color. So we want it to glow cyan. How about that? Glow cyan. Now the glow style is different styles. Basically, like, do you want to be able to see it through walls? And the other ones are just different options for not seeing it through the walls. So we're just gonna leave it on default for now, and we'll see how it looks in the game. So now this is gonna be red, and it's gonna be glowing cyan in the game. So now we're gonna move on to, let's try and spawn in a tree. Simple tree. We're gonna have it glow as well, just because I like having stuff glow. So tree. So scroll down, and we got a bunch of trees we can use, a bunch of like mini trees, bushes. So here we go. Let's use one of these big trees, okay? So apply, and we're gonna change the color of the tree to, let's go with lime green or just green. And we're gonna do the glow color to, let's do glow color of white, might as well. So the other settings in here that you might use are, for instance, for items that are animated, you have to change the random animate to yes, or at least I do, and hold animation, just leave that at no, because if you set it to yes, then it won't loop the animation. You can also change the animation time that you want it to, you know, have. The glow distance, so this is how far people can see it. So we're gonna set this to 5,000, so that means like anyone can see it from anywhere on the map. Does the prop glow by default? Yes. So with all these settings, so apply. Now the tree looks even more green and it has the glow. So now we're just gonna keep adding some stuff, and you guys can just watch as I add a few things. So let's do, instead of, let's do physics. So I think physics is more of for items that move, I think. Let's see, chicken zombie. Okay, let's check this out. So this actually doesn't use physics, this uses dynamic. So let's see, the egg uses physics. Interesting. Huh. I guess we'll just put down the egg. Might as well. And it's pretty far down, so we're gonna move it up. Wait, whoops. Oh, maybe with physics you can't do that. Okay, interesting. Alright, so now we're gonna just... We're actually gonna change another texture, so... We're gonna change this texture to a different sky. So we're gonna do like something like this. And then for this one, we're gonna do something like this. So it's just gonna look different for each one. We're gonna have different skies for each one, basically. Alright. And now it's probably gonna look really weird in the game, but we'll see how it looks. Okay, so we added a few things. Now, so I added some props, I added some other stuff. Let's actually add a character. You guys are probably gonna think this is cool. Actually, no, that's the spawn, whoops. So add another prop, double click, prop dynamic, just because I already know what the settings require for this. Now we're gonna search up a character. So this is gonna show characters as well as like, you know, it should show, oh, whoops. Whatever. It's supposed to show the characters. Gmod. Models. I think models. There we go. Yeah, there we go. So go to humans. So you can like select each one of these and scroll down from them. So Gmod tower is going to be a bunch of like Gmod hats, which I thought was cool. There's ghost care thing you can also get, which I thought was also pretty cool. And you can just like select each of these. So anyways, let's scroll down to the characters. Where are the characters gonna be at? There we go, player. So there's custom characters that you can choose from. So you can have banana, you can have this girl. So we're gonna do this girl. And we're gonna have her color is cyan with a red glow. Apply. And now you know you can move this character wherever you want. So it's gonna might look a little weird, but anyways. Now we're gonna add another one. So like this is just, you know, this is cool like character stuff. You can skip this part if you want, if you're rewatching this. There's Thanos, there's Pickle Rick, there's Donald Trump, there's Putin, there's Chucky. There's like just a bunch of characters that you can choose from. There's even Harry Potter and Thanos. So I'm gonna put down the banana character, and we're actually gonna change the color to yellow. I mean, it's already yellow, but now it's gonna have yellow eyes, and we're gonna have it yellow. We're gonna have a yellow glow. Okay. So now we got a few different character props set up. We have a vehicle prop set up. We have a tree. So now I'm going to show you guys how to make objects other than those. So this is going to make blocks. So basically, let's see. We're going to choose brick. Or actually, that was a good one right here. This one. These are good to use. So on the top piece, I'm going to make these bricks, or I'm going to make this crate area right here. So as you can see, when you move around in here, you're going to be able to see that. So I'm going to make it a little bit taller on the left side of the screen. So, and then press enter. And now I'm going to make another section inside of it. And I'm going to make that taller. Press enter, and I'm just gonna do that a few more times. So anyways, I just think this is like really sick. So anyways, alright, selection tool. So as you can see right here, there's this little area now of, you know, objects, and if you want to change a certain texture, you can just click on the object, look up a different texture. So let's look up bricks. You can choose any of these textures that you want. So for instance, I'm going to use this one, and now I'm going to click apply current textures. So now it looks like this. You can also change this to be somewhat of a ramp, if you click the vertex tool, you can basically move these parts down like this. So now that I moved it, check it out. So it basically like warps it however you see fit. So we're gonna warp it a little bit more. So we're gonna put this one down. We're gonna put this one down. Enter. So now this is what it looks like, and obviously this doesn't look that great, but this is just another one of the things that you can do. Is you can just change it however you wish, and if it's like, you know, if it's getting too difficult, like if there's an item that's too small, you can change the grid size. So by changing the grid size, that basically makes you have the ability to zoom, like you can already zoom in closer, but it'll basically make you have the option to be able to move something to a smaller piece. So let's say right here, if we wanted to move this to the side, right? If we don't want to move it that far, then we can click smaller grid, and it makes the grid a lot smaller. So you can zoom in further, and then you can move it slowly, one little piece at a time. So as you can see, it is moving to the left, but it's doing it at a very tiny rate. So now we're basically going to see what this looks like in game. So we're going to save as, and save it as the same file. You can if you want to, but this is what I do all the time, and if I make an error, I just go back and delete what I did. But most of the time I don't get an error because I've already been testing the software out. So after you resave it, then you're going to press F9 again, and you're going to click OK. So let's see, alright, it already finished. So now we're going to click on that button, testing tutorial, bam. Now it's going to load back into the game, and you'll see what it looks like now. So I'm going to join CT bot underscore kick. So check it out, the white glow. So this is if you want to be able to see the glow from literally from through the walls. I believe that that's the option for that. This egg here is just, it's movable, so I thought that was pretty cool. Here is the girl character, so it's glowing red. The car is also glowing blue, and the tree is glowing white. And as you can see, these sky textures don't really work. As you can see, all four of these do not work at all. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to go back on browse, and we're going to search up sky. So yeah, this is why I always do Skybox, because usually those textures don't work for me. So I'm just going to click on each one of these sides and turn them into Skyblock. Now it's just going to look like the sky is surrounding me. So we're actually going to move this car down because this car looks ridiculous. There we go. Okay, so another thing, if you want, what I do is I just turn this whole area into Skybox, and I'll show you why, because then you can just delete this part entirely and it looks a lot better. So we're going to change all of these to sky texture, and then we're going to load it up. So file, save as, replace, and F9. And we're going to leave the map because it was going to disconnect us anyways. Okay, now map testing tutorial. You don't really have to do caps, it doesn't matter. I just did it because I felt like it. So anyways, so now when you load into it, as you can see, it looks like all around you is the sky. So if you want to make it look a lot better than it does right now, so as you can see, the sides of the map look like this, but when you get closer, I forgot to change the bottom. If you want to make it look better than this, because this looks kind of squarish, then what you want to do is tools, group, gonna group these together because we need to expand the map basically. And I ungrouped it earlier, so we're gonna hold control. Now we're going to group. Okay. Now we're going to make the map bigger. So we're gonna scroll up here. We're gonna scroll to the left, scroll to the right, and scroll down. Then we're going to also scroll up here, scroll down here. Not that far, that's way too far. Okay, I think that should be good enough. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back up here. Oh wait, whoops. Okay, so now what we can do is we can get rid of these. But now you're gonna be able to fall out of the map if you run past the area, because now there's no border. There's only the border that's going to be underneath you, which is way far down there, so you also replace that texture. So now we're going to show you what it looks like in game. So save as, save again, we're going to do this again. You saw how it looked before, and now you're going to see what it looks like now. So it's going to look a lot better because it's going to be further away. But you are going to be able to die if you fall off. So you can also place invisible barrier. So if you want to place an invisible barrier, literally type, I guess you could type invisible. Does it show up? Yeah, invisible right here. And then you could just, you know, click the block tools. I think the map's this one, right? Yeah, right here. And then you just go all the way around the outskirts. So. And I'm gonna go up. That should be good. And if you want to zoom in, you can, just to make sure that you have enough of the section covered. So I'm pressing enter. Now there's, like, on your screen, obviously on the editor it's gonna look like this, but that's just so you can, you know, see it. Obviously, it's not gonna actually show up in the game though. So. Anyways, we're going to do this as well. Enter. So now you can't accidentally jump off the map and kill yourself, basically. So we're just gonna do it again. And one more time on the right side. And that's it. Alright, so now we're gonna click File, Save As. And F9, okay, bet. Anyways. Oh yes. So it's probably going to take a little bit longer than, every time you make edits to it, it's going to take a little bit longer to load the map. So I guess we could add some more stuff. So I'll add the rotating coin that I like to put on my map. Prop dynamic glow, apply, world model, browse. I can also show you guys how to set up music, which is really cool. So as you can see, this works for dynamic. Okay, we're gonna change this to, I guess we'll just leave it at white and glow. We'll have it glow red maybe, I guess. And we're going to change the default through walls to outline pulse. And apply. And now this coin's going to be here, but let's move it up. There we go. That's better. Also, if you want to spawn in weapons, so let's say you want to spawn in AKs, just click on the prop tool, and type in AK, and click apply. And literally the AK spawns right here, so it'll be on the floor when you load into the map. So we're going to save as again, and we're going to redo that. And then we're going to load into the game, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. So there's going to be an AK on the floor, a floating coin that rotates, and an invisible barrier all the way around the map, preventing you from falling down. And the outside's gonna look like a beautiful box of sky. So let's see here. There's different things. There's a lot of different tools you can use. So if you see this invisible ladder, what you're gonna do for this is you click it and then click on block tool. We're just gonna do this invisible ladder. So we're just gonna have an invisible ladder right here, I guess. Invisible ladder, and then we're gonna put a prop. Front ladder. Okay. I actually haven't done this before, so I'm testing this, but we're about to find out if it works. No idea if this will work or not, but okay. We will find out yet again. Interesting. Okay, so I guess now I'm just gonna put a prop dynamic, and we're gonna search up a ladder. I guess we're just gonna put this right here. And I guess we'll test it in a minute. I don't even know if this works, but because I haven't done this before, but as you can already probably tell, but we're definitely going to test it. So save. I want to see if this works actually, because I didn't even look at the tutorial on how to set up a ladder, but I've been like spending like hours and hours on this editing software for a while. So, or the map software for a while, so I've been going through the settings and looking at stuff. So I'm probably missing something for this, but we'll find out in a minute. Anyways, then I'll show you guys what it looks like in game. So, and as you can see, it's taking longer for the command prompt every time you edit. So that is another thing. But I guess I'll just wait for this. I can do a lot of little tutorial videos, and this is scrambled because I just thought I just might as well just record my map, because I don't usually do I don't usually record it, because as you can already tell. But anyways, I'll show you guys what it looks like now. So there should be a decent change, so let's see. So as you can see, the coin is right here. I forgot to change it to randomly animate, so it may or may not flip. I did forget about that setting. Anyways, where's the ladder at? There it is. We're gonna test the ladder out. So as you can see now, it looks a little bit more clean, but if you want it to look even better from the outside, just keep dragging out the outside border. So okay, yeah, I felt like I was missing something. Oh, what? Wait a second. No, I think the ladder is just too far out. Maybe the ladder was just too far out. That could be it. It's actually is possible. I actually want to see if it'll do it like this. This kind of looks interesting. Okay, so I feel like this isn't really gonna. We're gonna add another piece right here. We'll put it on top of this piece, and we're gonna have it connect. That should work. Yeah. I want to see if this works. This looks interesting. Save as testing tutorial. So, heck, let's try it out. After this, I'm gonna go back to my map, and I'll start making tutorial videos if you guys want me to. Obviously this live stream is barely showing anything, but that's because I haven't organized this. This is just random. I just felt like live streaming it because I haven't really recorded or posted anything in a while, so I felt like I might as well. Anyways, let's see, what else can I show you guys? Toggle texture application. Actually, I could probably show that. So, check this out. Toggle texture, this toggle texture application tool right here, it basically allows you to, change a bunch of stuff. So, let's see, displacement, invent alpha, power 4, apply, create. So now what we could do is we can edit this to be kind of crazy. So we'll just do this, apply, sculpt. So now we can just move this around however we see fit. So if we want it to be, kind of crazy, we can make it into like a mountain. And we can continue changing the texture. So as you can see right here, it looks interesting. And you can literally change this however you want. Like, you can have it be like literally crazy. Let's see. So and you can also carve it, so let's see, yeah, maybe it just looks a little bit crazy right now, but there's also some things you can do to make it look a lot better than it does right now. So we're just gonna click apply for now, and this is what it's gonna look like. So it looks kind of weird, obviously, but from a distance it wouldn't look too bad. Anyways, we're gonna check it out. So map, not first map, tutorial, testing tutorial. Sorry, I'm pretty tired, so my focus is off on what I should do right now. But anyways, oh my gosh, I can't even type today. Alright, let's test out the ladder again, just to show you guys. Also, if you want to know how I have a color changing HUD, it's literally like ridiculously easy. I could do a tutorial video on that if you guys want me to. So still, this thing is still interesting. Huh. Maybe it's a collision model. So sometimes if things are selected as collision models, you can't really go through them. Let's see. Collisions. Not solid. This will basically make it look like there's a ladder there, but it's literally, there's nothing there. Let's also check this out. See, collision model. Yeah, no. Wireframe. Alright, we'll try that again. So, let's see. If you want to upload your map to Workshop, I can show you that in a second. So, basically, all you want to do is open up the console right here, and you're going to type workshop_publish. Now you're going to select map, and then click add. And you're going to choose a title, so testing map 123. Any description, choose a picture, so we're going to go in CSGO screenshots, just any screenshot, doesn't matter. You have to select the game mode, and then choose the file. So when you go here, you're going to go to SDK content, maps, and find your map. So your map file is going to be here. So I'm going to click on this and then I'm going to click open. But as you can see here, I get this error message. So the way to bypass this error message is by opening back CSGO, opening it back up. So there's a bunch of little error messages you can get, and they're so annoying, especially if you don't know how to fix them. Like it's really obnoxious. But anyways, if you're wondering what this is, there's a tutorial on how to add sound effects to the map. So if you want to add your own custom sound effects, which is what I did, I added these 3 songs, just testing it out. There's tutorials on it, so I guess I'll make some tutorial videos and post them for you guys to see. But anyways, so now we're gonna workshop _ publish map add, choose. So instead of going to SDK content, go to CSGO, go to maps, and then you're going to want to find your map in here. So testing tutorial.vsp, then click open, and now it's going to work. So testing 1 2 3 tutorial video testing. Now we're going to click classic, and we have to choose a screenshot. I don't know why it doesn't work if you don't choose a screenshot, but just do that one. Now you click I have read the workshop and click publish, and then you type I understand. Then you press continue, and after you press continue, then it's going to bring you to a link on Google or whatever you know, internet you're using. So I'm using Google Chrome, whatever browser you're using basically. So it's going to bring you to the workshop, and it's going to ask you for a confirmation on your phone. So you're going to want to go to your phone, go to your email that you used for your Steam account, and it'll have a confirmation. So I'll show you right now. So I'm going to click OK. Now it's going to say publishing file. It's going to take a minute to do this, even though, you know, the maps, look, there we go. So it's going to bring you to this link right here. This submission is awaiting approval by Steam moderation staff. So I've already done this so many times, I guess it's not showing the message that it usually does, but usually it shows a message that says you need to confirm it on your phone or on your email. So I go into my emails, I wait for an email, and I'm going to get an email. Should get it any second now. And it's gonna look somewhat like this. I don't know if you guys can see it. Hold on, let me check the... It's gonna look somewhat like this. Sorry if the camera is bad, really bad quality. It's trying to focus on it. But this is what it's gonna look like basically on your email. Then it's gonna say, was this item posted by you? Then you click yes, and then after a few minutes, then it'll be, you know, then it'll be ready for someone to download. So basically, if you want someone to test this out, give them the link and tell them to subscribe. So once you click subscribe, as you can see here, the download starts, and it downloads the map. So now go into CSGO, click X again. Now go to play, click on workshop maps, and testing 1 2 3 test work. All of these are going to show up. So I think it was testing 1 2 3. Yeah. Okay. So now we're going to click go, and we're going to do casual. So since I made the map, it's going to load instantly for me. But for others, it's probably going to take a minute or a minute and a half, maybe. It'll just take longer because you are the one who set up the file. So anyways, so now it's a workshop map. It's on the Steam community workshop. Anyone can go to it, anyone can download it, and yeah, you can play it with your friends. Now the main thing is getting a server. So if you want to have your own server, if you made your map and it looks like super cool, it has like a surfing area, a bee hopping area, a PvP area, an arena area, a trading area, and you're ready to set up your server, you're going to have someone else host it, unless you want to have your server getting downed every few minutes, unfortunately, because anyone can DDoS your server if you're hosting it. So you need to get one of those big providers. You're gonna have to pay for it, and they'll host the server. Then you can just connect your map to the server. So I'm about to show you. So I already set up a server, but I'll basically show you guys. So we go here, this PC. Yes, I have Cheat Engine. It's for downloading Steam maps because they take forever to download. Okay, CSGO server. So this is my CSGO server. So we're gonna click start.bat and check it out. I set all of this up by myself. It took a while, but I saw a tutorial video, so you know it helped me out. So there we go. So it's basically doing all of that. So once it does that, once it gives the final little page, then you can just type, I think you just connect to it. How do you connect? Oh yeah. Okay. So once it finishes, it's going to take a minute to finish. Once it finishes, you could go to community server browser, click OK, and you could just go to, I guess, history or favorites. And for some reason it shows up in history, even though I never went to it. I mean, I already went to the server, obviously, but it showed up on history for me at the beginning. So anyways, so here's the server's IP, so you can connect to it. There we go. I'm pretty sure that's finished. Yeah, okay. Now we're gonna type in the password. So I set a password to it because obviously the server's not even up fully, because I don't have anyone hosting it. My ports are closed for my internet, so no one can join it. But anyways, I'm gonna show you guys. So I already added a few plugins to my server. The only downside is I don't have a host to run the server for me, unfortunately, and I'm not about to pay any money for that because I'm broke right now. But anyways, so I set the map to Inferno because since I don't have my ports open, I cannot select my workshop map because it just won't work because my ports are closed. So if we try to type bot kick, it doesn't work, right? So I'm gonna do sm admin. So I'm already set up the admin commands. I already set up everything on this server. I set up a few plugins, you know, a few things here and there. So we can click player menu. So check this out. So we can slay people, we can slap people, we can kick, ban, gag, mute, burn, beacon, freeze, time bomb, fire bomb, freeze bomb, blind player, rename player, drug player. So drug player, we're gonna drug myself. So this is what it looks like when you're drugged. Anyways, and then you just basically click the same thing. So and for me, I changed my key binding to the command. So I just literally press my slash keybind that I never use, and it opens up the admin menu. And it's really easy and simple to do this, and I'll show you guys if you want to learn it. I'll do a new tutorial on it. Okay, so now we can do server commands. So as you can see in server commands, you click choose map, and you can change the map, right? I already put my custom maps in the exact file where it selects these maps from, but for some reason it does not work. I don't know why, but anyways, so reload. So standard server setup, war mode on and off. I have also implemented the plugin for rainbow chickens, which I thought was pretty awesome. Anyways, so what else? We have a bunch of commands, which I think is pretty cool. Server commands, etc. So anyways, there's also extra stuff you can do. So if you add in these plugins, they'll give you commands like sm_jetpack. Obviously this command doesn't work because I didn't properly set it up, but it is one of the commands I've tried. So sm trail. So I did set up the trails. So I'm gonna do red trail. You must stand still to apply the new trail. So now I guess I'm standing still. I don't care if the terrorists win. So I don't know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'm probably doing it wrong, but you can literally type slash trail or slash trails next. So we can do cyan. Anyways, usually it shows, you know, a cyan trail following you or whatever. But anyways, so I just thought it was cool. So if you want to get any plugins or add plugins to the server, it's super simple. So I'll show you right now, just as a quick thing if you want to know how. So first, when you have your own CSGO server, there's going to be, let's see, CSGO add-ons, SourceMod. So to add SourceMod and MetaMod, there's tutorials you can look up, but those are the two mods that are going to help with admin commands and adding plugins to your server. So they're the two main things that you're going to have to add to the server. Anyway, so SourceMod, we're going to click on that, and as you can see, there's going to be scripting stuff, there's going to be translation stuff, and there's going to be plugin stuff. So when you download plugins, I guess I could show a example. So we're going to exit, and this shows WarXL disconnected, so we're going to close down the server because we don't need it up anymore. Close CSGO, and I'm going to show you guys, so check it out. So let's see, plugins for CSGO server. So check it out. So we have third person and mirror as well. So if you type in chat /mirror or /third person, it changes your perspective in the game. So there's entry songs master. So as you can see, when you download a plugin from a website and you extract it, then you open it, there's going to be a file that says plugins, a file that says scripting, and a file that says config. So what you're going to want to do is go into each one. So we're going to double click into configs. We're going to take this config and we're going to copy it, and we're going to go into the configs on this, and we're going to paste it. I've already done this, and even if I didn't, I don't want to do this right now anyways. So then you go into plugins, copy it, go back to SourceMod, click on plugins again, and paste it. Then you're going to go to scripting, copy both of these files, and go into scripting and SourceMod as well, and paste them both. And once you do that, then you just restart your server, open up CSGO, go into your server, and the plugin is installed, and you can do all the settings. So for instance, third person, chickens, I didn't put the chicken file in here, player trails is in here too. So there's also readme file if you aren't sure what to do. So check it out. This is a little bit of, you know, things to help. So SM trail opens a menu when the color is not specified. So SM trail space cyan, I guess. So let's see here. We're gonna open the server back up, and we're gonna try this command. So we're gonna go back to CSGO server. We're gonna click start.bat. So if you want to know a tutorial how to set up your own dedicated CSGO server like this, as well as, you know, actually set up in a successful map, other than what I showed earlier, like specific things, like for instance, you know, how to decompile the map, how to successfully edit the map, how to check for errors, how to, you know, add specific things into the map, how to change certain textures, you know, all that stuff. It's pretty easy anyways. Alright, we're gonna open CSGO, so server should be running back up again. Oh, that was fast. We're gonna open CSGO and we're gonna test this out. So player trails. So check it out. So if you ever forget how to do commands, or if you want to make sure you know how to do specific things, then check it out. You know, there's always a README for any one of these. So let's go to the README for this one. I'm gonna open a notepad because I always do that. And this one brings you to a forums page. So this is the website I went to when I wanted to find out how to get different plugins. So this one is a map plugin. So basically he just types in the command and he goes into third person mode. He selects what hat he wants and it goes on his character. And that's literally it. And it shows, you know, it shows what you need. So in this case you need D-hooks. I didn't get that, so that's why I didn't want to waste any time on it. Shows the commands and some optional extra stuff that you could do anyways. So I don't know why CSGO, hold on. I'm gonna shut down the server and then open CSGO. So for me, I don't know why, but you have to start up CSGO first and then start up the server. Otherwise, you can't open CSGO. I'm obviously probably doing something retardedly stupid, but anyways. So check it out. This is the website. So click it. We're gonna click plugins, SourceMod plugins. Yeah. We got unapproved and approved plugins. So we're gonna go to approved. So you know, this isn't the same spot where I found mine, but there's tutorials everywhere. There's videos everywhere. But these are plugins that people made. So CSGO custom MVP anthem. These are for different games, TF2, etc. So I think you can search up a specific game if you want to. Anyways, all right. So we're gonna join back in the server. So community server, Eternal Trades. Check it out. Easy peasy. All right. I swear. So as you can see, this is the actual server itself. So it's every time you do something. So if you kill someone, it shows it up, shows whoever entered the game, etc., etc. So, anyways. Alright. So as you can see, if you saw that player trail, so I guess you have to have a weapon out. Or maybe it just wasn't fully enabled last time. Anyways, this is the player trail plugin, so like it takes like 2 seconds. All you gotta do is copy each file under the folder and paste it into the SourceMods file under your server, and that's it. So let's check out what other stuff we can do with this. So, no, not that. Alright, so we got CSGO stuff right here. There we go. Here it is. Alright, so SM trail enable to see. Okay, enable trails only for admin. So default's 5, so we're gonna put it to like 50. Maybe we have to type that. No, wait, hold up. Maybe that doesn't work, okay. Let's try this one. Unknown command, so it's gonna be unknown command. Wait, oh my gosh, I'm so stupid. Okay. So SM trails, so we're gonna do SM trail, I guess we'll do SM trail red. Bam, now we got a red. So anyways, shows instructions. So extract zip file, place files in the corresponding directories of. So on your server, you're gonna have server settings, like server file for your CSGO server. Obviously, you're gonna have under CSGO. There's gonna be add-ons and then SourceMod, and it's gonna tell you where you're supposed to paste those. So anyways. But there's, they also have an area where you can report bugs to and who made it, as well as the donation page. So it's pretty cool. Anyways, anyone can do it. So it's easy, simple, fast. But yeah, anyways. So let me see here. Well, I'm just gonna go back to my map that I made. I'm gonna go back to the map that I made, and I'm gonna show you guys around, and I'm gonna end the stream because it ain't that fun right now, because like I'm tired anyways, and I need to get off very soon. So, alright, so I forgot I changed the map name to 4th map, so. Anyways, yeah, encryption said the pick was lit. Yeah, that was pretty rough. That's rough for them. anyways, alright. So let's get back into the game. Let's turn up the audio. Bot kick, SVGs1 clip. Alright, so we're gonna check out this, right? So basically what I did with this part, I just put lights underneath of it. I made everything glow as much as I could. This is a random prop I found. I just put it in the hand of it because I thought, you know, I needed a weapon for it anyways. Let me know in the comments section what you guys think.
She probably tell you she love you. The funny thing she.
Anyway, yeah, I don't really know what to add to the map. Obviously, there's a bunch of little tiny things that I need to fix, but you know. Alright, we're gonna go over here. So I had an idea with this. I wanted to put this all the way around the map, and I wanted to make speed ramps. There's still one thing, that's one thing I haven't really figured out, is how to make speed ramps. So on CSGO, you know, there's servers that have like speed ramps and everything. I don't know how to do those. Like, I went through the settings like for a while. I found some type of thing that was like similar to speed ramp, but I couldn't figure out how to get it to work. So I'm still gonna be messing around with that, trying to get that to work. Anyways, so I made this because I wanted to make like a little tiny, like surfing somewhat, or strafing somewhat of like a thing all the way around the map. So I mean, this took me like a good 40 minutes just to make this. Like, it took a while just to make this. But anyways, so I'm gonna have this go up to here, then I'm gonna have it like strafe around, go over onto that one, then over to that one, then over to that one, and then back down around. Actually, I might take this and go down to that and take it all the way around behind the map, up to this, over to that. No, right. I'll take this over to there, bring it down over there, bring it all the way around over to that, and then bring that up to here, and then bring that part down to here, just like this. Anyways, so let me know, I guess let me know in the comment section if you guys want what you think I should add. Like, I can add custom music, I can add custom lights, I can add props. I don't have an infinite supply. Like, I tried looking for pumpkins, I couldn't find any pumpkins. Like, I found a pumpkin helmets, which I put on Donald Trump's face over there, two of Donald's faces, and you know, I just didn't really know what to do. So tell me what you guys think of this map. Obviously it's nowhere near being finished, but you know, it's still something. So anyways, I spent quite a while on this, but most of the time I spent was looking at the settings and looking at all the props I could use. I probably spent over 20 hours just looking at all the props and scrolling through them and just checking them all out. So anyways, but anyways, I'm gonna end the video. I really hope you guys did enjoy this video in this live stream. But anyways, yeah, that's gonna be it. But if you guys want me to, I can make tutorials if you want. I can actually make good tutorials instead of, you know, trash ones. But